G'day guys, Taeus Gaming, and today we got my favourite type of game. The one that I'm really interested in is the open world survival crafting game that you can play co-op. Everything's better when you can play with friends. Now this type of atmosphere is described as a mystical Victorian Gaslamp fantasy world. A little intrigued as to what that is? Come watch the trailer with me and then we'll have a bit of a discussion afterwards. If you've seen this before, just skip ahead to the next chapter and I'll meet you there.
You're alone in the realms, I'm afraid. The portals are a mess. Not even sure if Nightingale made it. Given how fragile you humans are, I'd say that staying fed, dry, and rested should be your priority. If the portal arch is inactive, you'll need to make realm cards from rare resources. Once you have realm cards, you can activate the portal. Beware though. Foul things lurk in the interrealmic void, waiting to get in. Be ready with your axe pick. Have offended. Think but this, and all is mended.
You are stranded beyond our world, cut off by the sudden collapse of the arcane portal network. This catastrophic event has left you and countless others fighting to survive in a labyrinth of mysterious and perilous realms. Prepare for a journey of adventure, danger, and discovery as you search for a way back to the last haven of humanity, Nightingale. So yes guys, welcome to another PvE open world survival crafting game with co-op. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Sadly, this hasn't got any PvP, so if that's your thing, probably not the sort of game you're looking for, but have a listen anyhow, see if you can change your mind. So as the lore says, you're stranded in a biome, realm, whatever you want to call it, in an area, and you have to try and get back to the last haven of humanity, being Nightingale. And to do that, you have to craft cards and stuff. And to craft cards, you're going to need rare resources and all that sort of stuff. So as any sort of survival game, you're going to be hunting and crafting and gathering and all those usual little tropes that you do in any game of this type. But with this game, you're also going to have a very fun feature, something I really enjoy personally, which is in a game called 7 Days to Die, is you got a wave sort of format. In other words, you're going to have enemies who are going to attack your base, so you have to be able to defend it. And if you can't defend it, well, it's maybe not going to go so well for you. But yeah, I've definitely had a lot of my best moments in gaming and just laughs and all that sort of stuff, defending a base with mates, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. But you won't be defending it with just mates. You can also hire and recruit NPCs who can gather for you, and I assume they'll also defend your base. So that's a nice little cool feature which not many games have, and set in this sort of atmosphere, it's going to be amazing. And speaking of the atmosphere, the sort of Victorian, what do they call it? Gas lamp sort of atmosphere. It sounds quite amazing. You can see yourself getting lost in this. And the lore and everything behind it. I know not everybody's a big lore fan, but obviously there's going to be lore with this sort of game, and you can have a lot of fun with that as well. And from what we're seeing of the video, building your buildings and all that sort of stuff, and walls, and there seems to be a lot of variety there. Apparently you can also upgrade your structures, customize it, form communities, and just simply living off the land. That sounds like, again, a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to dipping my toe into this and probably losing a few too many hours. Now also, with survival games you don't always have magic, but this does, as well as what they call arcane technologies. So no doubt, with like the whole realm card system that they seem to be employing, you're probably going to use those to go to certain areas or certain realms or biomes or whatever you want to call it, and get different resources. So you're not going to be just going back to Nightingale, which I don't believe is going to be available in early access straight away. It's going to be something they'll be developing and it'll be released either for release or later down the track in early access. So there'll be something to work towards. But in the meantime, you can go from realm to realm with your mates, with your friends, and get those rare resources, building up your hamlet, your city, your house, whatever you decide to make. And I know people enjoy the customization of that sort of thing in games, so that's going to add a lot of time to this game. A lot of fun time. You of course can go solo in this, but I think the fun lies in teaming up with other people and just working together to do that crafting, which can be a bit of a grind at times, but also is always better with friends. Now my understanding is that different realms are also going to have what they call apex predators. As you've seen from the video, like I believe one of those apex predators could be one of those big giant things, so that would be interesting to take down. But also, it sounds like you don't just have to kill them. Sometimes you might be able to befriend them, so that might be an interesting way to dealing with the situation instead of always just killing them. So yeah, looking forward to that. Also, you got a whole bunch of different melee weapons and firearms and all that sort of stuff you can use. Up to you what you want to do with them. So what are you guys most looking forward to? Is it the employing of NPCs, going out, discovering the lore? Probably some quests and all that sort of stuff revolved around it, or do you want to just go in guns or melee blazing and take down some of those colossal looking apex predators? Sounding very interesting. Due to come out sometime this year. You can sign up for the beta, the alpha, the newsletters and all that sort of stuff, and it sounds like they'll be bringing some people in before the early access releases. So yeah, fingers crossed some of us can get into it. Let me know what you're most interested in down in the comments, and I will catch you guys later. See you later, guys.